Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find it. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 36. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now let's take a look here at the Bills' offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the 2nd straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll run on first down. Cartwright. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On 2nd and 7, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 72 yards.
And they think they
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part, Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So out comes the Redskins offense as they get their first shot. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ballgame.
A throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Redskins send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Geis. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 39. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
We got this.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. Pass incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On the ground, Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Spencer. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away, maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They will run with Singletary. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They go play action with Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. They've got his man complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Got a man open, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Haskins going to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. As this unit comes back out there, let's focus in on Darius Geis. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Check, 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 check.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 2nd down, Cartwright. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Allen's throw is complete, and he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
To throw again on second down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Haskins. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Allen. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's got the hook up with Conley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second down now, Cartwright. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. The left tackle, Trent Williams, guilty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. 2nd down, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. That's complete. It's Damian Willis. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. On first down, it's Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Haskins, and he fires one incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll let this go for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Allen operating from the gun. Caught here by Conley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. To the air, Allen. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Allen now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Cartwright. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, open man is Uzomah. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Cartwright, they stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll keep it on the ground. Cartwright. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looking to throw, Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And able to find Conley. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Here's Allen, and he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Allen now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bills on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's Allen to throw it.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That is caught at the 7. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball...
He's got a man, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves that.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They go right back to Singletary. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Allen, and his pass incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Throwing now is Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Allen. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, they'll run with White. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Redskins on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Haskins to throw, and he finds Seals-Jones complete.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On play action, Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Haskins will throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On first down, this is Geis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's White. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. This is Geis. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Allen to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. He'll look to throw as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.